always wanted a baby girl. So we had our son, who at the time was 5 years old, and I went to my husband and I said, it's time for us to add a girl to the family. So it was very planned. And when we found out that I was pregnant, I was ecstatic. We went to a specialist at 18 weeks, and I remember taking my son with us because this was the anatomy scan. We were gonna find out if we were gonna have a boy or a girl. And I remember the ultrasound tech coming in, and she says, well, congratulations, you're gonna have a little girl. And then she said, I need to go get the doctor. I'll be right back. Something in my gut told me that there was something wrong.
He told us that there was an issue with Ryleigh's heart and that she would have truncus arteriosus, and as soon as she was born, she would need an operation.
When she was born and she was waiting for her first open heart surgery, I just remember thinking, I'll never have this time back where I can look at her chest and she doesn't have a zipper. That feeling of not knowing what it's like to have a little girl who's not going to wake up every day with a heart condition. Ryleigh was in recovery, which felt like forever, but it was for 11 days. After they closed her chest, we were able to hold her for the first time. I almost felt like, I don't know if I should hold her. I feel like I'm gonna break her. I remember putting her in the car and my husband taking our picture, and literally the moment we got her home, she went in her crib and fell asleep. I just remember thinking to myself, this is where she needs to be.
After the surgeries, there hasn't really been a hard part. Ryleigh is just a regular, normal kid. You know, she can play, jump, whatever she wants to do.
She knows she's different, but she doesn't allow that to kind of affect her. She kind of feels like, you know, this is what makes me who I am. I'm special because of it. Everybody's different. She just wears a very interesting story on her chest. We've attended several events that the American Heart Association has done locally here in Jacksonville, one of which was the Heart Walk last year. It was absolutely an amazing experience because you really don't know how big the need for awareness becomes until you attend and you see all of these other families that have walked in our shoes. You know, here we are, we can share her story, we can inspire other people, and through the platform like the American Heart Association, we're able to do that. I mean, I don't think that I can thank them enough.